Before you make one more decision today, stop and do this. I know you're carrying heavy choices right now. Maybe you're lying awake at night wondering which path to take, which door to walk through, which voice to listen to. That weight in your chest when you think about making the wrong choice, I get it. You want to do the right thing, but you're scared of messing everything up. But what if I told you that you don't have to figure it all out on your own? What if the answer you're desperately searching for is already waiting, and you just need to pause long enough to hear it? The Bible tells us something beautiful about this. It says that if we trust in the Lord with all our heart and don't lean on our own understanding, but acknowledge Him in all our ways, He will direct our paths. It's not about you being smart enough or strong enough to choose perfectly. It's about being humble enough to say, God, I need your guidance. Here's what most people miss. God isn't waiting for you to get it all together before He helps you. He's not sitting back watching you struggle, testing how long you can handle it alone. He's right there, ready to guide every single step, but He's waiting for you to ask. When you stop trying to control everything and start trusting His direction, something incredible happens. Your anxiety begins to melt away because you realize you're not walking this path alone. Today, we're going to pray a prayer of surrender. We are going to place every decision, every worry, every unknown step into God's loving hands. Are you ready to let go of control and let God lead? Let's pray together and watch Him turn your confusion into clarity. Before we dive deeper, let's breathe together. Inhale deeply and feel that weight lift just a little. This moment, it's a sacred pause. In the hustle and bustle of your decisions, stop for a second and let the breath flow in and out like a gentle wave. Each wave bringing with it a sense of calm. Feel your heartbeat slower now as you embrace this moment of stillness. This is where clarity begins. It's like those nights when a child feels restless, tossing and turning in bed until their parent softly reassures them that they are not alone. Just like that, you are being reassured. God is here. Picture someone in your life who always seems to have the right words at the right moment, a friend who knows you well. Even if they don't have all the answers, their presence makes it easier to face the unknown. For some, it's a partner who hugs you tightly, reminding you that you're in this together, no matter the outcome. It's those hands that hold ours through the storms that often mean the most. Even if your circumstances aren't perfect, God promises to walk alongside you. His love is not withdrawn when we falter. Instead, it gathers us closer. When we feel weak, that's when He can truly be strong for us. Let that sink in. Acknowledging our need for God allows Him to navigate the twists and turns of life in ways we couldn't imagine. As we acknowledge the people in our lives, let's take a moment to reflect on the deeper presence we hold within us. There's a power in the invisible blessings that surround us, much like sunlight filtering through leaves, softening the shadows of our worries. Often, we overlook how God is orchestrating events beyond our understanding, how His hand guides us in profound ways. There may be worries swirling around in your mind right now. The job that feels out of reach, the relationship that hangs in the balance, or the health issues you don't know how to face. The pressure might feel unbearable, like a dam ready to burst. But behold, there is a path opening, one that leads to gentle assurance and peace. It's about to be revealed. Have you ever felt the ground shift beneath you when another choice loomed larger than life? No one is immune to the uncertainty and fear impactful choice. It's in these moments, as we breathe deeply through our choices, that our thoughts start colliding, battling against one another. But here's the truth we often overlook. When we yield to God, gratitude opens doors to solutions we couldn't see before. This moment of surrender doesn't concede our power. Instead, it empowers us to rise above our circumstances. You don't have to have control in your grasp to stand tall. You simply need to trust. Now, here's something to ponder. What if the very thing you're wrestling with right now, your next step, will actually guide someone else too? There's an interconnectedness in our lives. Your decision has the potential to illuminate someone else's path, twisted in doubt. There lies a beauty in your story that resonates with others, waiting to be shared. So what if you sought guidance not just for yourself, but as an act of service? Imagine how your prayer for direction could open a door for a friend, a family member, even a stranger who might need to hear your journey. As we approach our prayer of surrender soon, I want you to hold on tight to this thought. It's more than just letting go. It's about opening your heart to divine guidance. Gratitude becomes a bridge between our fear and faith. So now, let the words be spoken aloud. Feel the vibrations of faith at work. Trusting God can propel you toward choices that align with His plans. And remember, the journey ahead is lined with assurance. You see, the path isn't merely about you. It's about what He's creating through your trust. I invite you to ruminate on this. How different would your life be if you truly embraced this surrender? As you reflect, I encourage you to stay tuned for what comes next. Because guess what? There's so much more. With your heart open and ready, we're about to uncover profound truths waiting just around the corner, truths that will change everything. Are you ready? An incredible revelation awaits that will transform your approach to daily life. Let's explore this together. As we take another deep breath together, let's hold on to that promise we've spoken about. The promise that God is here, guiding our every step. But this is only the beginning of what God is doing. Imagine, if you will, that your spiritual eyes are beginning to open more widely than ever. Have you noticed how often the ordinary conceals the extraordinary? Just like a seed buried beneath the soil, it holds potential waiting for the right moment to burst forth into a magnificent tree. Each dawn is a new opportunity, a fresh canvas where the sun breaks the horizon, illuminating an unknown landscape. Similarly, every day offers us a chance to realign ourselves with divine direction. The story of the prodigal son, Luke 15:11-32, unfolds with a heartfelt return, revealing how God's arms are wide open, ready to embrace us no matter how far we wander. This isn't merely a tale, it's a depiction of our spiritual journey back to trust. Now, let's expand our awareness. Picture this: the journey of life is filled with invisible doors waiting to be opened. They represent moments of decision, options that lie just beyond our perception. But what if I told you that just beneath these doors, there flow underground rivers of grace, running right beneath your feet? Yes, when you think nothing is happening, something is changing. Light breaks through those dark places, illuminating hidden paths that were there all along. When we stand at these crossroads of life, whether it's career shifts, relationship challenges, or personal health battles, this is where our faith must light the way. The aha moment arrives when we recognize that surrender isn't about inaction. It's about empowering action through faith. Imagining the unknown can be daunting, can't it? But remember, while you're wondering what path to take with your job or how to mend that broken relationship, God is moving. He is writing your story, intricately weaving your experiences with those of others, crafting a profound masterpiece. What if your daily actions, a small act of kindness or decision to forgive, could ripple out, transforming someone else's life? For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, Jeremiah 29:11. These plans are intricate, intended to prosper and not harm us. But there's a subtle tension that exists. While God is working on our story, there's an unseen spiritual opposition that often tries to derail us. But I must tell you something important before it's too late to harness the blessings that await. Think about it. Every time you falter in your faith or succumb to worry, you might be closing a door to transformation. What if the answers to your prayers are already on the other side, just waiting for you to step through? This leads to an urgent question. Are you ready to trust enough to move forward despite your fears? As you ponder this, I want you to feel the tension mounting. The paths we choose today can shape not only our destiny, but the lives of many around us. Imagine the ripple effects of your choices, like stones cast into a still pond. Each decision you make has an abundance of unseen ramifications. Now, I invite you to pause. How are you preparing for what's next? What might lie just beyond the next door waiting to be opened? You see, the heart of our transformation lies in our willingness to embrace the uncertainty with open arms, to let your faith blossom as fiercely as that tiny seed striving towards the light. And as we step into this unknown, I urge you to remain curious and open. The questions of today might lead you to revelations that alter the fabric of your life's journey. But hold on to this. An incredible revelation is on the horizon that will require your spirit to respond proactively. You won't want to miss the insights that await you next, for they carry the potential to reshape how you see your life and the divine hand guiding you. Are you ready to turn the page and explore what God has in store for you in this spiritual adventure? Prepare yourself, because the next chapter will challenge your perception once again, leading us into a confrontation that may not be what you expect. How will you respond when the challenges arise? Can you see it? There's so much more waiting to be unveiled. I know exactly where you are right now. You feel the weight of expectations, the fear of failure, and the uncertainty that comes crashing down like a wave on the shore of your heart. Many of us wrestle with the fears of rejection, the lies that tell us we aren't enough, and the burden of perceived inadequacy. We find ourselves questioning our decisions, feeling trapped in cycles of anxiety and distracted by the noise of this world. It's real and it's heavy. We have all been there, standing at the crossroads, seeking direction yet feeling lost, yearning for an assurance that only can come from above. The truth no one wants to say is that these struggles are often intensified by three powerful lies. The lie of doubt, whispering that you're alone on this journey. The lie of comparison, convincing you that others have it easier, that their paths are brighter. And the lie of despair, which drains your hope, making you feel as though every step you take is in vain. Just like Peter, who denied Christ in the face of fear, or Thomas, who doubted the resurrection, we find ourselves entangled in these deceptive narratives. Maybe you've believed that your failures define you, or that your past will dictate your future. But hear me, These are not the truths that God declares over your life. As you hear this, the enemy is prowling around you, seeking to exploit your fears and uncertainties, aiming to paralyze your faith and strip away your confidence. The tension mounts. Can you feel it? It's a spiritual battle raging within you and in the world around you. Every moment you hesitate in your faith, every second you give in to worry, the enemy celebrates and diverts you from the divine direction that is meant for you. There are unseen obstacles, and if we don't act now, we risk closing ourselves off from the blessings and gifts that God has waiting just beyond the door of our doubts. Do you hear that call? It's urgent. This is the time to confront these shadows, to stand firm against the spiritual opposition that seeks to keep you from stepping into the light of God's promises. But what the enemy doesn't want you to know is that God has already equipped you with powerful truths to combat those lies. Listen closely, for we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. Ephesians 6:12. The victory is at hand, but it requires your active faith. The truth emerging from the depths of these lies is this: God has planned your steps with intention. Proverbs 16:9. He knows your heart, your struggles, and your fears. What if I told you that every challenge you face is an opportunity for divine transformation? You will not be left to fight this battle alone. God is beside you, your ever-present help. The time has come to rise up and fight, not with your own strength, but drenched in prayer and guided by the Holy Spirit. The battlefield extends beyond the immediate, attracting unseen forces into play. Your struggles are tools for your transformation, weapons sharpened in the fires of adversity. You can no longer afford to wait on the sidelines, uncertain and inactive. Are you ready to commit to prayer, to connect with the source of all hope, and to take up the armor of God each day? This is your moment. Stand firm, knowing that you are not fighting against yourself, but with a heavenly army rallying behind you. In preparation for what's to come, reflect on your commitment today. Are you willing to trust God's leading and let go of your need to control the situation? Are you ready to exchange your fears for faith? The next chapter awaits, a pivotal moment of action and transformation, demanding you to step boldly into the life God has ordained for you. Buckle up, the journey to your breakthrough is about to begin, and it will reshape every aspect of your existence. Enough, today this changes, now this changes. I stand here, resolute in my decision to turn away from the weight that has held me down for far too long. I declare that I will not be a victim any longer. I will not let fear dictate my steps, nor will I be paralyzed by uncertainty. I rise, I stand firm, and I refuse to turn back. This is my moment of transformation, and I am ready to walk in the direction that God has ordained for me. I reject doubt. I tear out every whisper that says I am alone in this journey. No more. I expel the lies of comparison, the toxic thoughts that convince me others have it easier. I reject shame. I break free from the chains of perceived inadequacy, releasing the burdens of my past. I expel every ounce of paralysis that has kept me stagnant. I tear down despair. I defy every shadow that drains my hope, because I am destined for greatness. Separation is here. I reject all that has been holding me back, ready to step forward into the light of God's promises. I am more than enough. I am God's child, chosen, set apart. I am loved beyond measure. I am anointed with purpose and power. I am a warrior equipped for victory. I am not defined by my failures. I am defined by His grace. I am free from the stronghold of despair. I am a conqueror, destined to overcome every obstacle. As I declare this, I feel the energy surging through me, the heartbeat of hope igniting my spirit. I am bold in my faith, standing confidently in the truth of who I am. I am victorious. I take hold of every promise God has for me. I open my heart to His direction, allowing His wisdom to guide each step I take. I walk forward in confidence, ready to embrace the life designed for me. I break every barrier that has kept me from accessing my purpose. I move with intention, fueled by faith, not fear. Every action I take is a declaration of my faith. My body responds. I run toward the destiny that awaits, knowing I am not alone. I walk in the light of His love, for today is a new day. Today is my day. It is done. I proclaim my future as already sealed in victory. It is by the power of God that I step forward into my promised land, leaving behind every doubt and heartache. I see myself thriving. I see peace overflowing in my life. I am engraved on the palm of His hands, and every moment from now is a testimony of His goodness. From this day forward, I declare that there are new beginnings. I invite you to agree with me. If you believe, stand up. Raise your voice with me. Together we claim our transformation. Let's prepare for our final consecration, for we are about to enter a new chapter of abundance, hope, and unwavering faith. The journey ahead is bright, and I am ready. Now let's pause for a sacred moment. I invite you, dear friend, to place your hand over your heart and take a deep breath. We are entering a profound space of surrender, a moment where we acknowledge the divine control of God over our lives. Together, let's prepare to seal our transformation before the Lord. Close your eyes and center your thoughts in His presence, allowing the weight of the world to fall from your shoulders. Father, I surrender my burdens to you. I yield my fears, my doubts, every worry that has seeped into my heart. I acknowledge that your plans are far greater than my own. In this moment, I embrace your guidance. I declare with faith, I trust you to lead me. I reject the urge to control every aspect of my life, for I know you are at work in every detail. I release my need for understanding, receiving your wisdom instead. I commit to stepping into the unknown, knowing that your love and light illuminate my path. As we continue together, let's repeat these phrases. I surrender my fears. Pause, I receive your guidance. Pause, I embrace the unknown. Pause, I commit to following your path. Pause, with each declaration, we stir our hearts to receive the transformation God has prepared for us. We are surrounded by a community of thousands who are praying this prayer with us right now. This moment of surrender is powerful and unifying. Now I see you a week from now. Picture yourself standing taller, walking with a renewed spirit. The burdens you carried melt away, and in their place, you feel a lightness, a freedom you have long sought. Your prayers are answered. Clarity surrounds your decisions. As you face challenges, you stand grounded in faith, trusting in God's timing. I see you smiling, hope radiating from within. I see doors of opportunity opening before you. Your relationships flourish with love, filled with kindness and forgiveness. You awaken each day with purpose and joy, knowing you are deeply loved and accepted. a child of God. I declare over your life today, you are beloved. Your heart is filled with peace, and your future is destined for greatness. As you step forward, may you carry the imprint of His promises in every action you take, tangible evidence of His goodness in your life. Now, as we conclude, let's seal this moment with an apostolic blessing. I declare over your life that your family